Hey, good morning, everybody, from sunny and warm
Let's take those off.
California. It's going to be triple digits here today. So we's getting ready for some heat today. Hey, good morning, everybody, afternoon or evening, wherever you're at. Thanks for joining us today. And how's it going, MJ? Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, buddy, how's it been? Yeah, I haven't been here a while. Been doing a little traveling here or there.
Yeah, you have been doing a little traveling, and you'll share with us a little bit of that in a little bit later.
Yes, I
All
will.
right. Hey, let's say hello to some of our friends. First of all, let's Daniel from NYC. Daniel, thank you so much, my friend, for 2 months of membership. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Let's say good morning to Nancy, one of our mods. Good morning, Nancy. Cat's Meow. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Oh, and of course, Debbie Costa, also known as Debbie Deb. And let's see, there's MJ Scanlon, of course. There's our friend Mario-Lane. Good evening, Mario-Lane. Good to see you here with us. I think I've seen a few more friends. There's Etienne. Hello, Etienne. Good to see you. Let's see. I thought I saw Kevin R here earlier. Where's Kevin R?
I saw him.
There he is. There's Kevin R right there. There's a elusive one and only Kevin R. And yeah, I'm sure. Well, I think I saw Luis here too. Where's Luis? Oh, wait, there's Richard. Hello, Richard. Good evening, Richard. Good to have you with us. I think I saw Luis a little earlier. Anyways, Luis is here too somewhere. I just can't find him. All righty. Hey, well, good to have everybody here. Oh, there's Daniel Hong. There's my buddy Daniel. Lives in the area as well. Good morning, Daniel. Good to see you, my friend. And yeah, hey, I want to apologize. Sal and Michael aren't with us today. Hopefully they'll be back soon. They're out today, but it's me and MJ. We're gonna give you guys a good show. But before we get started, I want to apologize. I had a pop-up stream on Wednesday scheduled to do some flight tracking. And as I was coming home about a half hour before that show was to start, I was going up my stairs to my house and I tripped and fell and hurt myself. So we had to cancel that show. So I apologize about that. And I will make it up to you all here in the next couple of weeks. We'll do a pop-up show for you all to get some extra flight tracking requests in. So anyways, just want to apologize about that. And I'm a little bruised up, but I'll be okay. So anyways. Daniel, yeah, I'm just bruised up and a little sore. Nothing major, nothing broke. It's just at my size, it hurts more. So, and there was a lot of weight going down, with the gravity and stuff. So, anyways, I'll be okay. Just a little bruised up. So, all right, MJ. So, you heard about the new Alaska livery, right?
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty sharp, actually.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. I want to get everybody's opinion on this. Where's my screen share? Yeah, here's a Alaska livery. And what's your thoughts on the livery, MJ?
I like it. I understand it's supposed to represent like the Northern Lights there, and this is 787 when they're going to start flying to Europe out of Seattle. And no, I think it's pretty spiffy. Having just been in Seattle last week and saw a lot of Alaska aircraft there at the airport. I know that Eskimo. I forget his nickname, but
Chester.
Chester. Yes, Chester. Chester's very iconic with Alaska, but I think it could use a little upgrading or something. But I think this would work good. I think they're just going to do it on the 787s.
Right. This is just on the just only on the 787s for international travel, and the domestic fleet will still have the current livery, from what I understand.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see what this looks like in real life paint with the first one that comes out. That'll look pretty spiffy.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's very sleek. I think of sleek, aerodynamic, along with, like you said, Northern Lights. Since they'll be traveling that northern polar route probably a lot. Well, actually, they will be flying that route. So I like it. I think it's pretty nice livery. And looking forward to seeing just Alaska getting the 787 altogether.
Yeah, they ought to do well with that. I like the little splash there on the engine cowlings. Looks pretty cool. So,
yep. Kevin R. Kevin R, from what I understand, I think they have 4 on order right now, and they should be starting these flights early 2026. I think March. I think it's March, from what I understand. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty nice livery. And yeah, I saw a lot of people online were kind of freaking out like about Chester, and Chester's going away, but now Chester will still be on the domestic fleet. So yeah, pretty cool looking. I like it. I think it's something different.
Yeah, definitely something different.
Definitely something different. All right. Hey, our friend John Gibson. Hold on one second. I'm hitting the wrong buttons here.
It's all right. So have I.
Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons here. Uh, uh, John Gibson. Some of you may know him. He hand builds like all of his own model planes in his collection. He hand builds them, and from individual pieces and parts. He just, he's really, really good at it. I mean, it blows my mind what he does. And he sent in some pictures of his latest creation here. This is he just
Wow.
completed this project. It's the United States Marine Corps 8V-8B Harrier 2 of the Black Sheep Squadron. And yeah, John built all this. I mean,
He
this is
built it from scratch?
he builds it from scratch, I guess. I guess he gets the individual parts and pieces, or he does build them
Wow.
from scratch. All I know is
Yes.
that he builds them, and it is crazy. I mean, I mean, just looking at this side view, you could just see all the detail in that. And let's go on to the next one.
And that's a pretty historic squadron for those who, I mean, do you know the history of this squadron?
I don't. You have a little
All
bit to
right,
share?
so VMA 214, which at that time, when the Harriers were still in the Marine Corps fleet, VMA is the designation for an attack vertical wing. Yeah, that's right, vertical. Anyway, the A is for attack. It's an attack squadron. So the 214 originally was VMF 214. It's from World War II. VMF 214. Anybody out there without Googling it? Was the squadron led by Pappy Boyington. You heard of Pappy Boyington?
No, I
You
haven't.
never heard of Pappy Boyington?
No, I haven't.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, we have to get you in a history class. Pappy Boyington had 28 kills, um, shoot downs in World War II with
Oh, wow.
Japanese. So he was a United States Marine. He originally had went to serve with I always forget how to pronounce this guy's last name, Chenault, with the Flying Tigers in China. So he flew in China before the war. There was Americans that went to China to fly for the Chinese,
Okay.
and he flew
Wow.
with them. So then he came back into the Marine Corps, got this squadron. They called him Pappy because he was, I mean, he wasn't that much older, but he was probably 7, 8 years older than most of the other pilots in the squadron,
Okay.
and that's how he got the nickname Pappy. So
Uh-huh.
he was the leading ace of the Marine Corps in World War II. He had 28, like I said, 28 kills. He was on his 28th. After he got his 28th, he was shot down and captured by the Japanese and
Oh,
held
wow.
captive and was later released. He also received the Congressional Medal of Honor. He had not such a good history after that. He had a lot of
Oh,
issues in his life, so in and out of trouble after that. Retired as a colonel. You've never seen. I mean, we're about to say I'm a little bit older than you, but not that much. There we go. There we go. Yes, Flight Search back in the day. My father met Pappy Boynton during a doctor visit. Outstanding, cats.
yeah, that's
Um,
awesome.
so Baba Black Sheep. You never saw that TV show with Robert Conrad? Very loosely
I
based
think
on
it may
the
have been a little bit before my time.
very very loosely based. I mean, but the only thing is they flew Corsairs. It was just all
Okay.
drama. I have not met Pappy Boynton, but I have met a couple of other pilots that were in VMF 214 in World War II.
Oh, wow.
I don't think any of those guys are with us anymore. But yeah,
Oh,
that's the history of the Black Sheep. The Black Sheep was, and not just Boynton, but the rest of the squadron too. That squadron had like the highest kill rate in World War II for the Marine Corps, flying
wow.
they flew the F4U Corsair.
Wow. That is awesome. Yep. And I think that is all the pictures he sent. But man, just we'll go back.
That's some great detail on that deal,
I
man.
mean, let's go
That's
back
really
to
nice. Wow. See, I like how he's because it just like the people that do the railroading as well, too. The model trains and things that really get into the detail on the weathering look, and you could tell it's not all shiny. like brand new plastic. Someone is he's done a lot of detail in this thing. It's
Exactly. You
pretty
could tell
awesome.
it's been
Pretty
like
awesome.
it gives you more, like you're saying, a more realistic image of it because it looks like it's been used, and not like a brand new shiny plane. Like this plane has been out there doing its job.
Exactly.
And that's what I really appreciate about John. Just the attention to detail and everything is just super cool. I mean, yeah, I mean we've showcased some of his other projects, and man, it's just incredible. So, John, thank you so much for sending this in, my friend. I mean, wow, this is some awesome work. So, yeah,
Yeah, that's
thank you
incredible.
so much. Yeah. All right, MJ. So, MJ, you recently
Yes.
went to Seattle,
I've
correct?
been, yeah, in the last couple of weeks or the last month, I've been to New York and Seattle.
New York and Seattle. All right.
Didn't do really much. The New York trip was not for plane spot or anything like that. It was to go visit some family, to go see the Mets,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, it was a quick trip weekend. So I saw a bunch of cousins, aunts, and uncles, so it was a good trip.
Uh huh.
And then Seattle, I went to Seattle to basically go to the Museum of Flight. That was just a day trip,
Uh huh.
which I have the ability to do
Yeah.
sometimes.
I remember. And we'll get to your photos here right now.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay.
let's get those going, and we will have you share.
Ow.
All right, tell us what's going on here.
All right, what we got going on here? Hey, what if you hit like PF11 on your? Would that take away your bars and stuff? Or you're on an I
Oh,
or an
no,
Apple, aren't
here we
you?
go. There
There's
we
what we're
go.
talking about.
Yeah, I'm just using the Windows photo viewer. I didn't have time to put it all in
Okay, gotcha. No,
nice
that's
slides and
perfect.
stuff. I'm
That's
sorry,
perfect.
MJ.
No, that's perfect. So what we are, I'm flying in a. I've just arrived in New York. This is New York. This is JFK. I'm in the cockpit of a 767,
Yeah.
November 260, Foxtrot Echo to be exact. I'm trying to think. Going there. No, there was three of us. So there's three jump seats behind the crew. I'm in the
Okay.
middle. I try if whenever I jump on the 6-7, I try to get in the middle jump seat because this is the view I have in the middle jump seat. Otherwise, the other two jump seats are kind of blocked by the heads of the either the first officer or the captain.
Okay.
And we're coming down taxiway Bravo, which is what is that runway that runs there? 31 left, I think. Anyway, it's to the north of that runway, and all it's hard to see. There's several airplanes in front. It's just a long conga line because they would taxi all the way down to the west end of the field, cross that runway, and all the way back east on uh, on Echo to take off from 22. So those are the runways they were using that day, and we had
So
to get in
this
this
was
line, and then finally we broke off to go to the FedEx ramp. But that's
okay.
what
So
this is.
this is when you arrived at JFK.
This is when I arrived at JFK. Yes.
Okay, got it, got it. That's pretty cool. Now, what does the 141 and the 224 stand for?
All right, so what you got down there is indicated airspeed is 141, and then the 224 is the heading. So since the aircraft is taking off on 22 left, which is basically 220 degrees, 224 must be the heading that they are given to an initial climb out.
Okay.
Because normally, most airports anyway, I say so it's 50-50, I guess. So sometimes you straight out on a runway heading, but a lot of times they want you to branch off one way or the other, left or right, just slightly left or right off of the runway in case there's an issue with a trailing aircraft. So 224 will be slightly to the right as we took off. That's the heading you go to initially, and then you check in with in this case New York departure. New York departure. This is FedEx. I forget the flight number 1234, and that's what you. So, but in this, I'm going backwards. We're landing. So in this case, this was the arriving. So
Okay.
indicated airspeed 141 and 224 was the heading to arrive into the
All
aircraft. Since
right.
we landed on 22 left, we landed
All
on
right.
22 left coming in.
Okay. All right. What do we have here next? What's
This is me
this?
going home because I'm sure y'all didn't want to see a bunch of pictures of my cousins and stuff as we're drinking and sitting around the pool. So this
Yeah,
is
I enjoyed your Mets pictures at the stadium at the ballpark. Those were
yeah,
nice. Very
I couldn't get
soulful.
my camera in there. I wanted to get the good. Those are all from my phone. I wanted to get the good camera in, but they weren't having it. They were not going to let
Oh
me bring
man.
that camera in because it's too professional. All right, whatever.
Uh,
So this is the same thing leaving. I mean, all the time JFK is just a lot of traffic. So we're in the line here. We're waiting to get down low where the JetBlue is. So we're on Echo, or excuse me, the JetBlue's on Echo. We're on Charlie, and there's this one in front of us is a Delta plane going to Fort Myers, and there's an American airline, and I think there was three or four more in front of that. and we're just working our way around to make that left to come around to take off on 22 right to head
Yep.
home.
Yep. That morning, you had messaged a few of us, and
Mhm.
I was up early, so I was tracking your plane until it departed. And yeah, that was a long line you guys were in.
It was a long because several planes got in front of us. The Delta did, the American did. There was a DHL that got in front of us. It was just we're just waiting and waiting and waiting.
Yep. And then it took quite a while to for you
Yeah,
guys to get
I've
there.
never taxied out of JFK quick.
Yep.
Just never happens.
Yep. Hey Wayne, thank you so much, my friend, for gifting one membership.
Good job, Wayne.
And really appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Really, really appreciate it. And say hello to a few more friends. I think I saw Fizz was here. Fizz and Alvanor's here. I'm just
Oops, sorry.
scrolling up really quick, and I think I saw one more friend with us that um, wanted to say hi to. Oh, Full Metal Dragon San. Yes, yes. And I'm sure I'll get around to more of you later. But I thank you all for being here today. And let's continue with MJ's New York and Seattle trip. Okay. Oh, what's this?
All right, so now this is last Friday. So I flew to Seattle for the day. I took off out of here. Ooh, what time did we leave? 3 a.m. to
Wow.
Seattle. I spent the whole day in Seattle and flew back like around 6 o'clock in the evening. So this is us on our approach into Seattle. Approach for 3-4 left, and yeah, we're making that hard banking turn to get lined up. So we're
Hmm.
coming on our leg there to turn for the lineup for the final, and this is an MD-11 aircraft 574 FE, and uh, flight crew. It's the same flight crew I flew out with that night. Good good duo of dudes there. They helped me out because I almost, or actually initially I was bumped off the flight coming home, and then they
Oh,
worked it
wow.
out to where I got back on the flight. So
Oh, wow.
I appreciate them stepping up and getting me back there where I didn't have to sleep on the floor for another 8 hours before I could catch the next flight home.
Yep. Debbie Costa wants to know, are you flying the plane, MJ?
No, I am sitting right behind the captain.
Uh-huh.
If you've ever seen the MD-11 or any jet, commercial jet, is that for that matter, the window just after the captain, I'm in that seat. Not the best seat for views. I mean, out to the left maybe a bit, but I'd rather been in the other. There's another seat in the center, but deadhead and pilot took that one. So, and there was
Mhm.
only 2 jump seats on this MD-11, so we had no choice but to sit in the cockpit because in the back they had what we call a pilot in a box. It just had the crew bunks in the back
Oh,
and no
okay.
seats, so we had to sit up front.
Yep. So they basically Ubered you to Seattle and back.
They Ubered me to Seattle and back. Yes, yes, it did.
Cool. All right, let's see what we got next. Oh, what do we got here?
So, of course, everybody knows Seattle, Boeing, 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 Boeing. That's all of Seattle's. Well, that's not all of Seattle's about, but Boeing is huge in the Seattle area. So, just right in Seattle, there's SeaTac, Seattle Tacoma, where the passenger service international airport is. Just a couple miles away is Boeing Field, where
Hmm.
a lot of test flying is done, and then probably 5 miles or so to the east um, is Renton, Washington, and that's where this is. Renton is where they build the 737 Maxes.
Uh-huh.
So what this aircraft is it's come out of assembly, of course. Now there's probably a dozen, maybe 2 dozen, 737 scattered around this field and different states of assembly. And what will happen is this will get to a point where they'll do a few test flights on this, and then they fly it over to Boeing Field, where it goes into the paint booth and some other things are done. I don't know if they finish the interiors at Renton or they finish the interiors at Boeing Field. And then
Okay.
they'll do some more test flying. And then the plane, that's where whoever the customer is would pick up the 737 MAX at Boeing Field. I don't know whose airplane this is because I couldn't figure it out. The
Mm.
up front is a fuselage number because that's all that the fuselage come from. I'm not sure if they're assembled in Kansas. I'm not sure exactly where
Was
they're assembled, but they come in on railroad,
was
right?
it
They
like
come in on railroad
Spirit
cars.
Aero Systems or something like that, or did they buy them out or something? I can't
I
remember.
think they might have bought them back. They like separated, being their own thing, and I think they bought them back over the whole
Yeah, I
Max
think it's that right.
controversy.
Spirit Aero Systems or something like that.
So that number, I found a list, but that number was not on the list. The registration number, that November 4022 Tango, they put that on almost every 737. That's just a test registration that goes from plane to plane to plane.
Oh, okay.
And you could tell on the rudder and on the winglets there, but I can't come up with that paint livery. So if anybody's out there that has an idea whose livery this is, and pipe up, because I don't know whose aircraft it is. There was a Southwest airplane next to him, and I saw some others that you could tell by the tail whose aircraft that was, or was going to be. But this one, I have no idea who that airplane's going to. I don't
Oh,
recognize the livery.
oh, look at this. Now these are the photos I've been really looking forward to.
So now now I've gone to the Museum of Flight because I had time. I get into Seattle, it's 5:30 in the morning. I walk over to get the rental car. I get some breakfast. I go over, tool around in Renton for a little bit. I'm trying to get to 10 o'clock so I can get into the museum. And the museum is at Boeing Field. So I'm back
Okay.
over at Boeing Field to the Museum of Flight. Um, Man, this place is. I spent the whole day there, and then I come to realize that I missed a section. There's a whole
Oh,
section of like World War II aircraft that I apparently missed. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed it.
oh, wow.
So yeah, this is a Hornet, of course, FA-18 Hornet on the stick there
Yep.
with the Blue Angels painted, and it did serve with the Blue Angels. Because matter of fact, I actually caught this. I photographed this particular aircraft twice before. Once at an air show in Millington, Tennessee, and once at an air show in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh,
So
wow.
it served a while with the Blue Angels before they made the transition to the Super Hornet, and then this guy got lucky to be put on a stick here at the Museum
Wow.
of Flight.
Wow. All right. Kurwal, how do you pronounce that?
This
Kurwal?
yeah, Currawong, I think, is how what that is. I'm not really sure what that was about.
Uh-huh.
This is a P-40 Warhawk made by Curtiss Wright. This was a 1943. This aircraft was built, and it just recently came into possession of what's called Soaring by the Sea Foundation out of Arkansas, Eugene, Oregon. Originally, this aircraft was delivered to the Canadian, or not Canadian, man, I am just struggling, the Australian Royal Air Force in World War II. And it suffered an accident during the war. It was crashed at Papua New Guinea. It was there for a long time. Some New Zealand guys got in there. They salvaged the airplane, and it
Uh-huh.
was in New Zealand forever. And until the last year, when this other outfit in Oregon purchased this airplane and brought it over. But there were several other World War II planes there that day, which I come to find out later. There's an air show going on. I didn't realize there was an air show going on, and they were given the rides in the B-17 and a PBY and in a B-25. But I didn't have an extra $500 in my pocket, so I didn't go flying in any of those airplanes.
Wow. Hey, before we continue, for those of you who were here last week, does my mic sound better than it did last week? Let me know. I know I had a little bit of an echo, and I think I fixed it. But anyways, just let me know in the chat. That'd be awesome. All right, let's see what MJ's got up next for us.
This is an outside pavilion area. There, like I said, I spent the whole day there and completely missed one section. So you could probably spend 2 or 3 days here if you really wanted to study each one of these placards. They're talking about these airplanes, but this is a kind of a Boeing product, B-17.
Uh-huh.
It's a Boeing, of course, Boeing's B-17, but actually this B-17 was assembled by Douglas, because if you're familiar with how that worked in World War II, there were a lot of airplanes that were built by other manufacturers or even
Okay.
factories that did something else, but they stepped up to help build those type of aircraft, even though it wasn't Boeing or
Mm-hmm.
Curtiss or whoever. So this guy here was served some time in World War II. It had been just flown around here and there, and then it made its way back to Boeing, and they completely restored it. And that's one thing I could say about this museum. When these folks, they restore airplanes and they look pristine. And this
Yeah.
thing looked like it was brand new off the assembly
Wow.
line.
Now, are you familiar with I don't know if it's still around. They had a B-17 that would go around the country and like give like people would pay like for tours on it. You know if that's still
Yeah,
around?
there was one there. I think I have just a top half picture of it. I think I sent that to you. I don't remember now, but no, I don't think I did. Now think
Mm.
about it. Yes, they had a B-17. There's a couple. Unfortunately, there's been a crash or two of those as well doing that, but there are still a couple of B-17s out there that, like I said, if you're willing to pay $500 or $600, you
Yep.
can uh, you can fly in one of those, depending on where
Yep.
you sit. I think it costs
Yep.
big bucks to sit up front.
Wayne said I had the huge honor of flying in the B-17 Sentimental Journey.
Sentimental
Amazing,
jerk.
huge respect. Wow, that is
That
so
that
cool.
was the one that was there. Sentimental Journey. It sure was. That was the one that was in Seattle. Yep.
All right.
All right. So what we got here is the cockpit of a Concorde. They have a Concorde there.
Oh
Couldn't
yeah.
really get a good shot. The one disadvantage of all those airplanes, they're just jammed in there, so I couldn't really get a good overall picture of the outside of the airplane. But so I got on there and actually kind of shooting through some plexiglass there. You can't go all the way in the cockpit.
Mm.
But this is the Concorde, and this was a British Airways Concorde, and this was the this particular Concorde, Golf Bravo Oscar Alpha Golf, was the last British Airways Concorde to fly out of New York to London when they ceased operations of the Concorde 2003.
Oh wow.
And just like a week later, they retired the airplane and donated it to the museum. So it made a flight from London to New York, laid over, and then it made a from New York to Seattle speed record of 3 hours and 55 minutes.
Holy smokes.
So and it flew for an hour and a half at supersonic over northern Canada,
Dang.
and that's how it made the time. So yeah,
Wow.
3 hours and 55 minutes from
Wow.
New York to Seattle.
So looking at that cockpit, I see a lot of analog gauges.
There's a
Now,
lot of, I mean,
you don't
it's
see, you probably don't see
1960s
analog
technology.
anymore.
No, there's nothing like this anymore. Well, maybe some Russian airplanes, but
Yeah.
yeah, that's all 1960s technology in there.
Yep.
But for what it was a pretty awesome airplane that just had an unlucky demise.
Uh-huh.
It probably wasn't long from being phased out anyway, just for the sheer cost of operating it.
Yep.
But the whole ordeal that happened in Paris, that was a nail in the coffin, so to speak.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Michael was there just a couple weeks ago himself and shared a few pictures. And I remember his cockpit picture, he must have came up to that plexiglass or whatever you're saying, because
Yeah.
his picture looked very similar. And wow, that's pretty cool that you guys were there, both there within like a week or two.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what he told me. He had been there just before. So it's a
yeah,
pretty
he
cool
was
place to
there just
check out.
before. All right. Oh, look at that United livery, that old school red, white, and blue. Oh,
So what we got here, yeah, that's the old school red, white, and blue for sure. So the uh, the United aircraft is a Boeing 247, which is very similar in look to the DC-2, DC-3 of Douglas. That's a Douglas DC-2 in the background, that TWA jet. There's the propeller of a B-29. The other bomber jet there is a B-47. Can
oh,
barely see the nose of the 747. That's the first 747 ever built. That was a test aircraft for Boeing. And
wow.
then that 787 in the background was the third 787 ever built.
Wow. Wow. All right. Let's see. Here we go.
That's a little better close up of that DC-2.
Wow, that is awesome.
So it actually never really flew in these colors. It was actually originally delivered to Pan Am, but
Oh,
over time, like these old airplanes do, they get bounced around, and then the museum finally got a hold of it um, in the 90s. But there was Douglas had it. Douglas had reacquired it, and they had refurbished it in their facilities in Long Beach in the early 80s. And
uh-huh.
they painted it into TWA colors because TWA was the original customer, the first customer of the DC-2.
Yep.
So that's why it's still in the TWA. And actually, it flew up until I guess it flew into the museum in the late 90s. So it was still airworthy then. I don't know what it would take now, but a lot of these, I say a lot, several of these airplanes that are there, they are not far from being, if they had to be, put airworthy if they wanted to fly them, because
Wow.
most of them flew into the museum.
Yeah. Just looking at this photo, how close you were able to get. You were saying earlier just how like well they restore these planes and just how nice they, make them to be put on display. I mean, I'm looking at this right now and I'm just like, I'll be I'm gonna use my language, Steve language. I'm kind of tripping out, it's how nice it is and just the attention to detail, almost like John and his models, how the
Yeah,
folks at Boeing Museum or whoever did these, just the attention to detail is just wow.
and it definitely helps that it's all covered too, because I know you just got to be an astronomical cost to have a complete enclosed building after building and put all these aircraft in. But the way this is covered, it definitely is preserving these airplanes a lot longer than being out of a direct beating sun.
I'm sure they have donors that probably
Oh, I'm sure.
donate some high rollers, so to speak. So, all right, let's go on to the next one. Here's the
Here's
queen.
There's the Queen, the first
First ever
747.
Queen. Wow, look at that. Look at all the decals of all the different carriers. Maybe I stole.
Yeah, those are all like the customers at the or I guess over time that flew the 747, and of course, City of Everett is what it's called, Everett, Washington, being 20, 25 minutes north of Seattle.
Uh-huh.
That's where they built the 747. That's where they build the 67s and the 777s now.
Hmm.
And this was a test bed aircraft for the 747 to certify it. And then a lot of other things were done over the years because this plane was still in service until the mid 90s,
Wow.
flying because
Really?
it's from 1968 69. I guess this plane first flew.
Uh-huh.
It even had in the back of the aircraft, it had a setup for a refueling boom, which I guess is what they put onto for the 135, which is basically the 707 airframe.
Hmm.
And they tested the boom on this aircraft. So they had a whole setup on the back end of this aircraft to test that.
Wow.
And there wasn't a lot of seats in here. It had all kinds of equipment, which is pretty archaic. Now you can probably do it all on a laptop, but just computer bank of
Yeah.
everything that they
Yeah.
were analyzing and testing to certify this airplane.
Wow. Now, I can't remember who was the launch customer for the 747. Was it Pan Am?
I think Pan Am was the launch customer.
Okay.
Yes,
Well, maybe that makes sense. Their decals first up on the nose.
I believe they were the first
Yeah.
ones to fly the 47.
All right. What do we have here?
Oh, my poor 27 there. That's the seven. What's left of the 727. The
Oh,
actually, it's kind of cool. They cut the forward fuselage off of a 727. Actually, November 463 FE, which was an ex-Eastern airplane. And what it was is it's just a little display in there showing how the cargo, how a cargo outfit would just happen to be us, but how a cargo outfit um, loads an airplane and how that freight moves from point A to point B in the cargo world. So you got
uh-huh.
that clear plexiglass on the back end where you can kind of look in and see where the freight's in the belly of the
Oh,
airplane and on the top of the containers. And you can walk up where this platform is, and you can walk on there and see the rollers and the ball mats and the railings and the locks and all how that works. And there's some little interactive video and thing in there that you can watch and explains to you how most people think people just get on an airplane and fly somewhere. There are airplanes used to fly boxes around the world.
wow.
It's helped me out for 39 years. So
Now, this particular plane, did you ever work
yes,
on it or anything? You did.
yes, I
Wow.
have. Yeah, no doubt. But just about any 727 that was in our fleet, I worked on at one time or
Wow.
another.
So you had a reunion, so to speak, with.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of reunion. It took me a little bit to figure out a little research to figure out what airplane it was chopped off. And then it was kind of funny when you do all that, the internet's not watching, but it is. And then all of a sudden on my Instagram feed, this picture pops up that somebody had taken at Victorville, and it's that airplane with the front end cut off. I was
Oh.
like, well, how would it know to just show me that picture all of a sudden?
Oh, wow.
So, nobody's watching you, so don't worry.
He's watching. Hey, John Gibson, welcome.
Oh,
You
John,
just missed your segment, so if you want to go back later after we're done or whatever, but uh,
awesome model, John. That was
your
that was
model
incredible,
is
incredible.
incredible. Yeah, everybody loved it. So, all right, let's head back to MJ. What do we got next? Oh, DB
All
Cooper.
right,
I have heard of DB
Do,
Cooper.
you've heard of DB Cooper?
I
Okay,
think
so
I've
we're gonna
heard of.
have a little, just a quick history lesson on Brother DB here. So for those that don't know, DB Cooper in 1971, or the alias DB Cooper, boards the Northwest Orient at the time was what they were called, Northwest Orient Airlines 727 from Portland, Oregon to Seattle. And during the flight, he claims that he has a bomb and he demanded $200,000 in ransom, which
That's
today's
all.
money, well, in today's money, that's like $1.6 million
Million.
dollars.
Wow.
So, and he wanted four parachutes. I don't know why he wanted the four parachutes when they landed in Seattle. So
Uh huh.
once they land in Seattle, he releases the passengers, he keeps the crew, he gets the money and the parachutes, and he said, "All right, I want you to fly me to Mexico City." So they take off from Seattle to Mexico City, and then what he does is he's like, "Nope, that ain't gonna work."
Uh huh.
So he goes out. He looks like Mark Zuckerberg. um,
Debbie thinks Luis is the DB Cooper.
oh, Lewis is DB, huh? So for those of you familiar, there's aft air stairs on the 727. Stairs would drop down. You could almost kind of see it in front of that tail skid the frame of the tail stairs. He drops the tail stairs in flight, walks down the stairs, and jumps out of the airplane with a parachute and parachutes away. Never to be found. There's all these conspiracy theories, and they found some money. I don't know what, 20 years ago or something. They found some money in a river in that area, but they never found him or the rest of the money. So who knows if he survived or not?
Yeah, you never
But
know.
what the result of that is in the next picture, and if you go to the next picture, Steve,
Oh, I'm sorry.
that's all right.
There we
So
go.
the next picture, this is a Cooper vane, or like I was told when I first saw it, a DB Cooper vane. So this line, this diagonal line across, is the edge of the fuselage on the top and the air stairs on the bottom. And it was just I don't even know who designed it. It's just a basic little paddle. So as the airplane increased in airspeed, the wind would turn this paddle. It was on a pivot, and it would go over this other striker plate, this other plate you see riveted on there, and just
Yep.
lock it. Because all that stairs it was on a hook, right? Hydraulically would bring it up. It would go on a hook,
Oh,
and
wow.
then you just pulled a handle, and gravity took it all the way down. And either if you had hydraulic pressure, it would lock into place, or there was a hand pump that you could pump and lock it into place. And this that was part of the design of the 727. The appeal to it is you could fly into some of these more remote places, especially in the Caribbean, with it, and people could just get on and off the airplane on this aft air stairs.
Wow.
So what that would do, that would just plop over there, and you couldn't open the door. You could pull the handle all you want, the door wouldn't drop because of that
Yeah.
plate blocked it out. And it had a spring on it, so as the plane landed and the airspeed reduced, the spring was just enough force would bring the paddle back off. So if you needed to drop the air stairs to get on and off the airplane, or if there was an emergency or whatever, once you were on the ground, you could get out of the airplane. And that
Wow.
was because there were some other attempts right after that, people trying to do the same thing. So
Oh,
that was
yeah.
installed on all the 727s, as was the DC-9 at the time, because the DC-9 had the same similar setup on the Douglas planes with the aft air stairs.
All right. Wow, that's interesting. All right. Look at this
All
fatty.
right.
That's all I can say.
Yep.
Look.
So that's a B-29, and that's a B-29. That's another Boeing product. Because I don't know if many people realize that Boeing kind of had a few um, passenger planes they built at the very beginning, and then they just did military airplanes for a long time before they got back into the whole passenger thing. They did the B-29s and the B-17s. I mean, they were just bombers, and basically what they built, a bunch of bombers.
Uh-huh.
So, but this one here is been around, and it was at an Air Force base in Colorado. And once they shut that Air Force base down, it was on display there. It kind of had a little restoration done. The museum got possession of it and did a full restoration, as you see here, and it's on display there at the museum. And it's a pretty nice jet.
Man, that thing's shiny.
It's very
Wow,
shiny.
very shiny. All right. Oh, wow, look at that.
Now, here we have a Connie.
Connie.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves the Connie, right?
Especially when it has
So
a beer garden too.
well, that was a bonus of the whole air show thing that was getting ready to go on.
Uh,
So normally the beer garden, that was the only. There's a little tower you can go up to in the museum. It's only like on the second or third floor, but
uh-huh.
there's a lot of glass, so I couldn't really get any. A couple planes came in, I didn't really get good shots through the glass. This is the only decent shot through the glass I got. And yeah, this Connie it flew for Trans Canada Airlines, which became Air Canada. And it was different places around in Canada for years, and was kind of getting just deteriorating, and just letting there to rot. The museum got a hold of it. They took it to a place in New York State for complete restoration. They restored the airplane. It wasn't airworthy, but they restored it to what it looks like now. And then they disassembled the airplane and put it on flatbed trucks and trucked it across the country
Wow.
to Seattle and reassembled it there at the museum.
Wow.
And it's
That
one of
is
the
awesome.
few that are outside like that are just not covered or anything. So it's right
Mm.
there. Which normally there's a parking lot right there, which was where I thought I was going to park, but they had all that blocked off, so you had to park somewhere else.
Oh,
And
okay.
normally you could just park right there, and you'd walk right by it as you were going into the main entrance.
Wow. Ooh. All right. We got some action now.
Now we got a little action. So this is towards the end of the day, and this is some of the performers in the air show. So they had the air show. This was the practice day down on the waterfront at Seattle. which I didn't realize when I first got there, but I was thinking, man, there's a lot of people. And then what really got me was in the lobby, they had all this Blue Angel stuff. Like, what's going on with all what's up with all the Blue Angel stuff?
Yeah.
Well, they're here, they're flying. Really, I had no idea.
Wow.
So this guy here, this is an F-16, of course, out of Shaw Air Force Base in South Carolina, clear across the country. And actually, this is, which I didn't realize till I was looking this up. There were 2,231 F-16s made, built for the United States Air Force. This was one of the last three. This was one of the last three airplanes delivered, F-16s delivered to the Air Force.
Oh,
And
wow.
this was in the 90s,
Wow.
or excuse me, the early 2000s, early
Okay.
2000s.
So about
And
20 years or so, yeah.
they haven't gotten a new one. They have since built some more F-16s, but for other countries, but not for the United States Air Force, because they're primarily now all into the F-15s, and then I guess they have the F-35s now. I think that's in the Air Force.
F-22s.
F-22. So that's all what they're about now. But yeah, so this guy's coming in and yeah, got him just about touchdown. It was starting to get really hot, so the heat haze was really coming off the runway. I was trying to get him a
Yeah.
little bit higher and try not to get it washed out in the picture because of the heat haze coming off the runway.
Uh-huh. All right.
It's another performer there. This is another Boeing product, of course, on the 707 airframe, but this is a
Yeah.
KC-135 Stratotanker
Uh-huh.
landing there at Boeing Field and from Altus Air Force Base, which I don't remember where Altus Air Force Base is. I would guess Oklahoma, but I'd probably be wrong. But that's what Altus is at the top. That's the Air Force Base on the top of the tail there, that name. And in
Oh.
the background, for you rail fans, that's the intermodal train on the
Oh,
BNSF
yeah.
Seattle subdivision.
Uh-huh.
Um, I didn't get much time to go over there and catch any trains, but yeah, they're just on the other side of the airport field, and then you can kind of see the cars lined up along the fence. They're getting ready to. They want to see the Blue Angels take off,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
that's what everybody's hanging out for.
My dad got to fly on the passenger version of that, the
Oh, the
actual
707.
707. When he was real quick, he was just in the Army in the late 60s. He got to fly over to South Korea, stay for 11 months, and come back
Yeah,
in 707 both ways. So with
that's
a
how they did it.
fuel stop in Japan, I think, and maybe one in
Probably,
Alaska. I
yeah.
can't remember. I know for sure Japan. But anyways, we'll go on to the next one. Enough about my chitter chatter. Oh, we got a
Well,
seaplane
got
here.
a little seaplane. You can't go to Seattle without catching at least one
Yeah,
seaplane.
that's pretty cool.
So this little guy, actually, I'd caught some more earlier in the morning at Renton, but I didn't send those. I mean, I could be here for hours showing you everything I took that trip. So this guy here is a de Havilland Beaver, and
Mhm.
he's just going to make a quick trip out of Seattle Boeing Field up to Lake Union Seaplane Base, which is up to the north a little bit, up towards the Canadian border. Of course, you're not very far from Canada to begin with,
Uh-huh.
and land in the water up there at the Seaplane Base. So they're
Wow.
just going out for a little quick spin. I think they were just trying to get out in between the air show performers before they shut the field down for the Blue Angels. Because once
Uh-huh.
the Blue Angels take off to perform, they whatever kind of wherever they took off from, they kind of close that airspace a little bit in case of an emergency. They got to come back.
Yeah. All right. Here's a new one.
Now, there's a new jet. That's one of the. They were doing a little test flying there. A jet is a carrier out of Turkey,
Okay.
and this here is a new Max 8, and doing some test flying. He was out for about a 2.5 hour test flight, Max 8, and I'm not really sure the delivery date, but I would think pretty soon. So
Pretty
pretty.
soon.
Those of y'all in Turkey, look for this guy here in the next month or two to be flying in and out of Istanbul.
Yeah. Wow. Very nice. Here we go. The star of the show. Stars of
Now
the
we
show.
got the stars of the show. Fortunately, I was not in the spot that I needed to be to get the best of these pictures of the Blue Angels coming in or getting ready to take off. So this here, and this is the number 7 jet, of course, and somebody's getting a ride there in the back in the blue
Oh
helmet.
yeah, yeah.
So this is actually the pilot here is Marine Corps Major Brandon Wilkins, who normally flies the number 3 jet. So he's the right wing spot.
Hi, Jim.
So this is the guy here doing the right wing spot, and somebody in the back seat getting a ride.
Yeah.
Which I think during the air show, I would think, man, I hope that's somebody that's kind of in some good shape there. But
Yeah.
this was not the only number 7 jet. So we go to the next picture. This is not the same number 7 jet. This is a different jet. This is a different what they call a bureau number in the Navy and Marine Corps. This number 7 jet is being piloted by Commander Thomas Zimmerman in the United States Navy, and he is the lead solo pilot. This would normally be the number 5 jet, and he has as well someone in the back seat with him, this time with a yellow helmet. It was kind of hard to see, but both the number 7 jets had the same uh, pilot names on the cockpits. There are two different number 7 jets, and the names on the cockpits were of the there's a pilot who is the narrator during the show, and normally that person sometimes does a 3-year deal with the Blue Angels. They'll do a year as a narrator and then 2 more years as a pilot, in the demonstration team.
Uh-huh.
And then the backseater was another administrative pilot
Wow.
with the team.
Wow.
And that's what I got. That's all the ones I got for you today. Unless
That's awesome.
how did that other thing I sent you come out? Did that not work?
Oh man, I forgot to download it.
That's all right. That's all right. We can do that another
He
time.
had a video and I totally spaced out. I got
It's
into
all right.
other stuff last night. Dang.
But if you go like on a regular day when there's not all this air show, you see all these people here, not all this air show going on, you should be able to. I mean, visiting the museum is awesome. It's a great museum
Yeah, I mean
if
it
you're
looks
into the
super
museum
cool.
part of aviation. And there was a whole nother section that I didn't even show you of like the first Boeing planes built in the 20s and 30s and all kinds of different experimental planes that were in there. I mean, I could have showed another 70 pictures. But on a normal day, you could probably get out here and you would catch some 3.7 action, new 3.7s coming and going for test flying. It's
Uh-huh.
also where the military aircraft, I don't remember the designation now. Um, Kevin, you still out there? You might know. The 767, the refuel version, the military version of the 767. I don't remember the military designation of it. Those get delivered out of Boeing Field as well, and they're you see them. They're right next to the museum. There's a whole ramp right there next to the museum where they'll stage
Oh
all those
wow.
military aircraft to be picked up. But you can see a whole lot. And you can go down to the other end of the field and see a lot of airplanes just parked um, ready to be picked up,
Delivering.
ready for delivery. So there are different stages of test flying and final techs and any other issues that come up while they're flying. KC-46. Thank you, Wayne. The KC-46.
Yep. Wow.
So yeah, it's pretty. I mean, I could have probably spent 2 or 3 more days just trying to figure out everything, and didn't even get to go up to Everett because you go up to Everett and there's a whole. You can take a tour up there through the facility of where they're building the airplanes. You got to kind of book that a little bit in advance because they kind of fill up. So you can't.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you can run the risk, and maybe there's an opening when you walk up to the window. Hey, can I go on the next tour? No,
Hmm.
but there's another museum up there as well. But like I said, up at Everett, they build the 6.7 and the 777.
Uh-huh. Um, I've never been to an air show, but man, I'd love to see the Blue Angels and see an air show in general.
I
But
mean,
you're
they're
talking
good.
about like the narrator. So if you can't get out to an air show, the next best thing is when Sal goes to Fleet Week. Sal streams it, and our good mutual friend of ours, Ken Newberry with liveatc.net, he'll usually give Sal like a hardline connection, and you can hear like the air boss and then the narrate, the captain that's narrating. It adds so much more to just watching the plane, but actually hearing him call out like the commands or maneuvers or whatever. And it is so cool. So if you're not able to get out to a show, make sure you catch Sal when he goes to Fleet Week. And I'm hoping to go this year, but might have some work going on at our house, so we'll see if I can make it out. But it's really cool just to hear all the ATC stuff. So yeah, MJ, thank you so much, my friend. That's some
You're
good
welcome.
stuff. Yeah, that was awesome. All right. Hey, real quick, I've next Saturday is the LAX Airline Collectibles Show and Sale. If you're in the LA area, it is at the Embassy Suites Hilton by Hilton, LAX South. Starts at 9 a.m. It's only $8 to get in. If you have kids under 12, they're free. But man, lots of cool memorabilia, collectibles, all that great stuff. Not sure Sal may be there. I know he has a table, and he may go live. So, but that's the next best thing. But if you're in the area, go out, man. Check it out. Support the show. It's really cool stuff. So yeah, that's next Saturday, Embassy Suites, LAX South, 9 o'clock. All right. Very, very cool stuff. All right, let's see what we got going on in the chat real quick. And we're gonna get ready to do some I was gonna say some plane spotting, some some flight tracking. MJ, if you wouldn't mind
Not a problem.
helping out.
Getting ready now.
So MJ, you familiar with our new round system, doing rounds?
Oh, yeah. I've been here a couple times. You've done the
All right,
rounds.
yeah, we're doing it by rounds. So I'm going when MJ's ready. I will open up round one of requests. Let's go to SFO. Let's start there. So let me let once MJ's ready, I
I'm
will
ready.
open up the request lines. All right. Round one requests are now open, so you can give your first request in the chat. And yeah, Daniel, I wish I could take you guys plane spotting. I wish I could take myself plane spotting. So, anyways, if you want to get your request in the chat for round one, let's go ahead and do that. Let's see if there's anything interesting at SFO right now. While we're doing that, United 35 going off to Osaka. Yeah, I don't know. Unless I click them, I really can't tell if there's anything interesting, like a special livery or something. So, anyways, hey, real quick, and I keep forgetting to do this at the end of the show. So while MJ's taking down requests, uh, we have a new Instagram. It's at Aviation on the Radar on Instagram. If you go ahead and find it and follow, I've been posting, reposting a lot of cool stuff. But man, just want to connect a little more outside of YouTube. And I do have X and Facebook, but I think I'm going to focus on Instagram. So there's our Instagram handle, aviation at Aviation on the Radar. And hey, if you ever want to send in pictures of a collection or even a couple plane spotting pictures that you're proud of or something, there's my email address, aviationontheradar@gmail.com. That's how John sent his pictures. Richard sent some. Daniel has sent some stuff. So if you want to get a hold of me, that's where you can get a hold of me outside of YouTube. All right. What's that, John? Oh, okay. You guys are having a conversation amongst yourselves. So, anyways, Daniel had told me that there's something. Oh, yeah. Speaking it locally, just I know there's only like two of us here that live in the area. It's football season for the San Francisco 49ers. So SJC, San Jose Manetta International, will be getting some cool charters over the fall and early winter. So earlier this week, we had a Atlas 747-400 brought the Denver Broncos in. And if you follow Nick Flight X on Instagram, he has some really cool pictures of that. And man, I wish I could have gone to see it, but it didn't work out. So let me adjust myself. I'm a little uncomfortable the way I'm sitting. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't share the screen yet. My apologies. There we go. Now you can see what's going on at SFI. I was like assuming, yeah, I've been still trying to learn this new live streaming service I'm using. I used to use Streamlabs, now I use StreamYard. So StreamYard's a little more it's a little more user friendly for me, but I'm still kind of learning it. I think this is only third or fourth show we've done with StreamYard. So oh my gosh. Sorry, I had a scab on my finger and I must have knocked it off by accident. I'm bleeding. I had like a gnarly paper cut on my index finger. Debbie, I think Sal's I'm not sure where he's at today. He might be relaxing or working on his channel, but he'll be back with us soon. No worries. Oh, you're searching for him at SFO. So I'll show you guys where he stands at SFO real quick when he is there at the Bayfront Park. I've got to zoom in a lot. He I think there's a spotter's location. So he's usually right in this area. Oh, is that him right there? No, just kidding. But yeah, I think he comes right around this area. I think. Whenever I meet him out there, I usually can't go that far because I can't walk that far. But on occasion, when I've been out there with him, there's a great spot right here next to this tree. He'll set up right there. You get to see the 28s a little closer, but the ones are a little further. But for me, I could just park right there and walk up. But yeah, that's where Sal usually broadcasts from right in there. Yeah, it looks like they had low tide when this shot was taken. So, all right, John, we will see you later. John Gibson, thanks again for the awesome pictures. And yeah, just man, just salute you on the quality there of your work. What's Louis Sal is there so much he might be picked. Hey, you never know. You never know. I mean, around the Bay Area, you see those Google cars all over. I mean, a couple, what was it, last month, I dropped off a group from our church. They took a trip up to Alaska. And when I was headed back home, I think I was around Santa Clara area, which is close to SJC. One of those Google cars, Street View cars pulled up right next to me. I just kind of turned around smiling, hoping they were filming, hoping they were snapping photos and hoping that they would, I don't know, maybe I show up sometime. Who knows? Okay, one more thing before MJ starts. Oh, so I even snorted because this is funny. Funny, but I don't know. There was a lawsuit against those Google Street View cars. I guess they caught somebody not wearing clothes, like in their front yard or something, and they showed up on Google Street View. I guess they sued Google and won. So, yeah, I just read that like this last week. I was like, oh my gosh. So, yeah, they sued them and they won. So, yeah. All right, how are we doing, MJ?
Oh man, I'm ready to rock when you are.
All right,
we got quite a few.
Round one requests are closed.
Close, no mas.
No mas until we call the next round. All right, MJ, who do we got first in line? Come
Oh,
on
we got
down.
Debbie. Debbie is first.
All right, Debbie.
Here we go. We got Yankee Victor, 3465.
3469.
3465.
5. All right, what does Debbie Deb have for us today? Oh, this is a MD-83 Laser Airlines. Okay, what is Laser? I was saying last week, MJ, a lot of our friends on here, man, they're doing some like research, like to find like some really unique stuff.
Yes, they are.
Laser Airlines. Is there any information out here on Laser? Well, I see they fly in and out of Caracas a lot. So, where's Caracas? That's South America, Caribbean.
Caracas is in South America, I think. Yeah. Don't get me to.
Yeah. So this is Laser Airlines. So my first thought is, this almost looks like a former American / Reno Air bird.
Venezuela.
And is this a recent photo? This plane's still flying February 7th, 2025 in Curacao. Okay, wow. But
yeah, it was originally American Airlines.
And then was it Reno Air before?
No, just it was delivered to American Airlines in June 1987.
Okay, I thought maybe it might have been an old Reno bird. So, wow. No, so American MD-83 lives on. Wow. Very cool. Now this plane is, let's go back to the other tab. There we go. Today is August 9th. Oh, it just landed in Caracas a little while ago. Flight QL63. Let's see what we have on QL63 here. Yeah, MD-83, YV3 for 3465. All right. Hey, Debbie, thank you so much. That's a first for us here. Very cool finding a rare bird like that. That's very cool. All right, Kevin R says a charter airline based out of Venezuela. Thank you, Kevin R.
Yeah, Caracas is Venezuela. Yes.
All right, MJ, who's next?
Marlene.
Hello, Marlene. Good evening, my friend.
She has 5 Bravo Delta November.
Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, we got another new one. This is 2 new ones. I love it when we get new ones. I get like excited. All right, so this is TUS Air, and their country of registration's out of Cyprus. And let's take a closer look at this. It's an A320. Yeah, it's A320. TUS Air, very. It's an interesting livery. It's not too bad. I mean, some of you who are new here, I like to kind of critique the liveries a bit. We'll critique them at times. We'll give them scores from 0 to 10. I give it about a 8.25. But it's always cool to see new airlines that I've never seen or heard of before. And yeah, this is Tuss out of Cyprus. Now let's see where this plane is at. It is going from Milan to Tel Aviv. Okay, so it's going from Italy to Israel, and that's about a three. Oh, it's only like a little over 3 hours from Milan to Tel Aviv. Wow, that's a. I thought it'd be a longer flight than that. So right now, where is it? It is over the what? What does that say? I can't see. It keeps getting smaller as I zoom in. It's over one of the Mediterranean. I don't know.
Over
I can't read what that says. The Ionian Sea or something like that.
Ionian Sea, yes. I've cruised through there before.
Yeah, it's part of the Mediterranean. Oh, it's barely part of the Mediterranean, I guess. But anyways, it's still got to go a bit of a way here. It's going to fly over Greece and right in there, Tel Aviv. Hey, Mario Lane, thank you so much, my friend. That's 2 new airlines for this show. All right, MJ, let's move on to our next friend.
Okay, our next one is going to be Kevin. Kevin R. He's got Hotel Lima 8228.
8228. And real quick, Nancy, you're saying that the whole screen is blurry or just the tracking screen? If you could let me know, that way if I need to adjust something here, I have another computer streaming. Maybe I'll stop that.
Well,
Let me make some adjustments. I might be taking a little too much bandwidth right now. There we go. Hopefully that
good.
helps. All right. T-Way. Okay, this is T-Way. Oh, the tracking screen. Okay, got it. Is it still blurry? Let me know. This is T-Way. T-Way is out of South Korea. Let's take a look at the livery. We've seen T-Way before. Oh, shoot. There we go. Sorry. So I used to tell Sal, I told Sal, oh, what was that ad? That T-Way kind of reminds me of, for some reason, I get the thought of a tomato here. But this is a T-Way A330 200. It's a leaf blower with winglets, if I'm correct. Yep. Is that still blurry, Nancy? Let me know. But as Lady Cat would say, a leaf blower with winglets. And yeah, this is T-Way. It's a decent livery. It's interesting. Yeah, Richard, it's interesting. It's a leaf blower. Let's see where it is headed to today.
It looks like a knockoff of Chili's restaurant.
Knockoff of Chili's restaurant. All right, let's see. Let's hit the route better. Okay, this thing's got a long flight.
Yeah, he
It's
does.
going from Paris, and it's still on the ground, I think, in Paris, to Seoul. And they don't even have the flight information as far as like how many miles or estimated time. But yeah, that's T-Way. And yeah, it does look like a rip off of Chili's. I don't know if you remember that. Chili's baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. For us veterans, I'm not going to say old timers, but Kevin Artis, Chili's sponsored them. Yeah.
It was originally a Korean aircraft.
Okay, so that makes sense. Going over to
T-Way it's only 14 and a half years old. It's not really that old. The 340 just didn't. I mean, the 330 just didn't last very long with carriers, did it?
Really? Wow. All right. Hey, Mario Lane, thank you so much for that one. That was Mario Lane, correct?
No, that was Kevin for that one.
That was Kevin. I'm sorry. What did yeah, Luis used to say barbecue sauce. Anyways, all right, let's go on to the next one, MJ.
All right,
I
so
like having fun.
We got Richard.
Richard.
I hope I wrote this right. Let's try this first. Delta 2 Tango Alpha Alpha.
Tango Alpha Alpha for Richard.
And if that doesn't
he
come
might
up,
have something here.
All right. I couldn't see if I couldn't read my own writing.
Tog Angola Airlines. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize they had 220. Oh, we got to take a look at this. A 220 is becoming one of my favorite planes. Look at that.
That's pretty new there.
Yeah, that's really new. That's a cool livery. I'm just wondering what is on the rudder there. Looks like some kind of hawk, some kind of bird or something. But yeah, that's a cool livery. It gets a little confusing right here with the windows. especially when the shades are down, seeing the Angola
Yeah,
Airlines title right there. But man, that's a good looking A220. Dang, I like that.
not quite a year old.
Yeah, not quite. And let's see flight information. So it landed in Luanda, and it's scheduled tomorrow to fly out to Cape Town. All right, that's very cool. Yeah, brand new September 2024. So it's coming up on its first delivery birth date. That is awesome. Richard, thank you so much. I like that one. All right, who do we got next?
Okay, Etienne
Etienne. Hello, Etienne. Good to see you, friend.
with the Victor 8 V8 Delta Lima Echo.
Did I? No, I don't think I got that right. Let's start over. I think I misheard.
Victor 8 Delta Lima Echo.
Delta Lima Echo. Got it. I thought we did V8 twice. All right. So
Huh,
Etienne, let's see what Etienne has for us. This, oh, Royal Brunei. Oh, Royal Brunei. I do they fly to LAX? I can't remember. I know they don't fly to SFO. But let's check out this Dreamweaver, as our friend Lady Cat would say.
nice.
This is the 50th anniversary sticker. Oh, look at that. You know what? That's a pretty good looking Dreamliner. Yeah.
Catching it on final there. It's just a few minutes from landing in Melbourne.
Is it? Wow. That's a good looking plane. Now let's go back to see as MJ said, it's about to land. So let's look up this guy. Let's go to route. There we go. Yeah. He is way down here. Yeah, they're descending. Only 2,600 feet. They're getting close. Let's see how close they are. Where's the airport in Melbourne?
Buck on the tail.
Yeah, I'm not going to zoom in too much, but how long was this flight? 6.5 hours from Brunei to Melbourne. Oh, wow. It's not bad. And this plane is 7 years old. That is pretty cool. Hey, Etienne, thank you so much, friend. Very nice plane. All right, MJ, who do we got next on the prices right?
Next, we have Full Metal Dragon.
Full Metal Dragon Son. Good to see you,
All
friend.
right. We have Foxtrot, Hotel, November, Charlie, Oscar.
What does our friend have for us? Ooh. Oh, La Compagnie. Yeah. Man, I'm telling you, friends, you guys are really putting thought and really doing your research on some interesting planes. So this is La Compagnie 10-year anniversary. Let's take a look at this plane. And hey, matter of fact about La Compagnie real quick.
And I
Jeb
could tell
Brooks,
it's Newark before you even blow it up.
yeah. Jeb Brooks has a video of he and his wife took a flight on La Compagnie from Paris to I think either Newark or JFK. Look up on Jeb Brooks, and a very interesting flight, very bougie, so to speak. And I really enjoyed the video they had on it. But is this a special livery? Yeah, this is their 10-year livery.
Yeah, especially because I've actually taken a picture of this exact airplane, but it didn't have
Oh, really?
that on there. Yeah, I caught it in Newark, matter of fact, because that's Newark there. That's the port of Newark in the background.
Yeah, you can see it all. Yeah.
You see the Alaska 37 taking off, and you can barely see the CSX locomotive across the way, and trucks.
I
But
see a Amazon truck.
Amazon truck, and just behind the Amazon truck is the CSX locomotive on the nose
Oh
of the
yeah,
Alaska
yeah, I see that.
37.
Yeah, yep. Now let's
Yeah, they
see.
fly a lot back and forth to
They
Newark. They that's their big thing. They're back and forth to
Yep,
Newark. So
from Nice. Yeah, from Nice to
it's a good looking airplane.
I wish they would change us back to Newark instead of New York. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's so confusing. Just like this stupid thing Oakland just did here lately with the whole, what do they call it? Oakland San Francisco Bay Airport or whatever
yeah.
they changed it to.
And then they
That's
changed it
ridiculous.
back to Oakland International, but now they want to change it again and
Yeah.
still have. They just reversed it. I don't know. Oakland
Well,
Airport. If anybody's listening, just keep Oakland International and stop the crap already. Dang,
I mean, if you
you're
don't know where you're
confusing
going,
us.
you don't have any business buying plane tickets. I mean,
No. I mean,
the,
it's
the
just
only one I can see legitimately you making a mistake if you can't figure out Portland, Oregon from Portland, Maine. All right, so you're going to be on one side of the country or the other. But most of these other ones, come
yeah.
on,
I mean,
get a map,
I
Google it.
mean, yeah. It's crazy. But anyways, getting back to La Compagnie, yeah, they're out in the middle of the Atlantic right now, and
It's,
they'll land in about 5 hours at Newark. And yeah,
it's a good
this is
one.
a 321 XLR. So we're seeing a lot more airlines using these 321 XLRs to fly from the East Coast over to Western Europe.
Yep.
JetBlue's doing it. Who else? There's Iberia. Iberia just started doing it, I think, and there might be one or two more. So, seems like people aren't minding the single aisle narrow body plane to do these trips. So yeah, cool, very cool.
I wonder if you're
All
sent
right,
off.
thank you, Full Metal Dragon Son. Appreciate it.
Ooh.
All right, who's next? MJ,
All right. We
round
have
one.
Nancy.
Nancy, what? Oh, Nancy's probably got something like rare, I bet.
It is Bravo 8982.
Oh, Nancy. Capital Airlines. I think I've heard of Capital. I think they're out of China. They sure are. All right,
Good
this
look.
is going from Lisbon to Hangzhou, and this is the Guerma's livery. Let's take a look at the Guerma's livery. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. It does have some kind of dragon,
Look like a dragon. Yeah.
lion kind of thing going on in the back, which is cool.
That's pretty cool.
I've always said anything with a dragon or a lion, I am for it. The livery is interesting. Maybe that's part of their culture that I may not know about, so I don't want to make an insult or anything. But let me move my mouse. Sorry about that. But that's definitely an interesting livery. I do think of Pepto-Bismol when I see it, but hey, Pepto-Bismol helps. So anyways, all right, let's see where this plane is at right now. It's over like Russia. Yeah, it's got another 5 hours, and it's already been in the air 8 hours. Oh my gosh, that's like a 13-hour flight on this Leaf Blower 200. Wow. Good job, Nancy. I like it.
It's a good one. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
it's a good one. All right, we still have anybody left in round one?
Oh yeah, we still got a few.
All right,
After Lewis, three more. Lewis, November
Luis.
767 Charlie Juliet.
All right, Luis. This is a
Luis.
767-200. Once again, November 767 Charlie Juliet.
Charlie Juliet, correct.
All right, we have no data on it.
No, we sure don't.
Let's
Did I get
see.
that right? I can't go back and check that now.
It's a 28-year-old 767-200. Wow, there's not even a picture on jet.
Oh, it's Drake's plane.
Oh, do we have the right
No, that's the right registration. I'm not sure why they don't show a picture of it on FlightAware or
right.
this other site I look at. Now,
Let me see. Jet Photos has it. And
it's
7 CJ. Here we go, my friends. I'm going to share this tab, and I think this is what Luis was looking for.
Yeah, I've got a few.
There we go, Luis. Eric Drake.
It sat in Fort Lauderdale for almost a year.
Wow. So this is the artist Drake. Am I correct? Drake, the rapper?
Yeah.
I'm surprised he flies around on an older plane, but that thing must be prestige inside, I would guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Debbie has a water bottle looks like that.
Wow. The livery's interesting. Interesting livery. All right, Luis, thank you for Air Drake. Appreciate that. Alvanor, yes, we'll sneak you in. We'll sneak you in for round one. Go ahead and put it in the chat, because I know you were here earlier, so it's all good. So we're going to sneak Alvanor in at the end of round one.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, who we got next?
We have Daniel Hong.
Hong, my friend Daniel.
November 933 Alpha Kilo.
Alpha Kilo. Okay. Oh, yes, my friend. Yes. I love the Alaska Special liveries, and this is a Seattle Kraken.
The Kraken.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss it. Estimated at 1:16 p.m. at my local airport.
It's coming to you. It's coming to you.
I know, and Daniel always emails me if there's something interesting or lets me know, and I just can't make it all the time. So this is a Seattle Kraken. This is their hockey team, I believe. NHL team. Is that correct? From Seattle.
Yes, yes.
That's an awesome livery. You
I
got
s-
Chester, aka Freddie, on the
yeah.
back.
So that's
So the
not
cool
bad.
thing is these aren't going to go away because of the international stuff with the 787. So yeah,
No.
but yeah, I love Alaska's special liveries. They just as far as domestic carriers, I like theirs the best. I think. Yeah, very cool. Max 9, and let's see where it's at right now.
I saw this guy when I was in Seattle last week, but I wasn't in a good. I mean, he was a little too far away for me to get a decent shot of
Um,
it. But I saw it on final for Seattle while I was
yep,
at the museum.
it's right off the coast by the California-Mexico border.
There you
So
go.
we'll get in about an hour in San Jose. Hey,
I got you.
Daniel, thank you so much, Daniel.
I got you, Alvinor. I got you. All right, so let's do. I'll do mine last in this round. Let's do Daniel from NYC.
All right.
Daniel from NYC. Let's go Mets. Juliet Alpha 873 Alpha.
Oh, wait, I messed up somewhere. Let's try this again.
Juliet Alpha
There we go.
873 Alpha.
There we go. This is ANA. Oh, don't. Oh,
Oh, is it going to be the Star Wars one?
rest in peace. They just retired that livery. I think this a retirement flight from Tokyo to
Yeah, I think it's going
Taipei.
to get repainted.
Yeah, they said yeah, that's retiring that
You
Star
haven't
Wars
you
livery.
haven't clicked on it or anything.
Nope. Let's click on it now.
Okay.
So they used to
Yeah,
have
I see
that
it.
livery on a 777, and I got that one at where was it? SFO. I got a picture of the 777 that they had with this livery. It wasn't the best photo, but I got it. And yeah, I really enjoyed these ANA Star Wars liveries. I mean, they're really cool. And I think this one was the R2D2, I think.
Yeah, it looks that way.
I forget what the 777 was, what that Star Wars livery was
I don't
after.
remember
Yeah, I don't remember either.
without looking up.
Luis, I'm not sure why they're retiring this livery. I mean,
It's
it's such a hit, but the only thing
it's
I could think,
probably
yeah,
it probably had to do two things. It's probably due a paint. I don't know how many years ago this came out,
I think
but then there
9
was
years. I think 9 years.
yeah, that's about right. And then probably the financial part of it of the sponsorship advertisement
May have
deal ran out, so they're not getting
contracts
paid.
probably up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're not
that's
getting paid to advertise for Star Wars anymore.
yeah. But we still who is it United that has a Star Wars livery still on a 737?
No, they painted that a couple of years ago.
Did they really?
Yeah, that one was pretty cool. I got a okay picture of it. The lighting kind of sucked that morning, but because it was like a dark scheme with the lightsabers on there. One side was red lightsaber, the other side was a blue lightsaber.
Yeah.
It was a cool livery, but yeah,
And
it wasn't on there very long.
the base color was black, right?
The base color was black.
Yep. Hey, let's say good afternoon to Val. Good
Hi
afternoon,
Val,
Val.
how
Good
you
to see
doing,
you,
Val?
friend. Glad you're able to join us today. Hope your day's going well, and yeah, come on in. All right. So yeah, the contract is expiring. So let's take a little bit of a look at the last flights of this plane. Yeah, it did Washington Dulles to Tokyo. It was in Houston a week or so ago. So yeah, but Star Wars ANA, you served us well. Thank you for all the good views. All right, let's go on to the next one, MJ.
All right, we're gonna do two more. We'll do Alvinor, and then I'll do the one I have last.
Okay.
Alvinor has 1703154.
What does Alvin or
Is
it's
this a
all numbers?
C5? I mean a C-17? Yeah.
I wait, can you
One
repeat?
17 dash
Okay.
03154.
03154.
3154.
There we go. Alvin or man, always throwing curveballs, my friend.
It's a military.
Oh,
Oh,
an
it's a
Apache.
black Apache.
Look
Okay,
at that
64.
Apache. Let's get a better look at it. Heck yeah. These Apaches are cool. Sometimes we'll get I don't know if they're Apaches or Chinooks. Every so often they'll fly over, headed to Moffett Field Naval Air Station. That's just a few miles from SJC. Man, those suckers are loud. Yep. Man, the good old Apache. Now, are the Apaches still in service?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that. Wow. United States Army. I wonder if John has a model of one of these. I can't remember. If he doesn't, I bet he will make one. Let's see the flight history on this recently. Okay, this one's based out of Tacoma, Washington, out of GRF. So, yeah,
Yeah,
just
I don't
has a
know.
few little random flights here and there, several times a day. That's very cool, Alvanor. Thank you, friend. Appreciate it. And round out round one. Let's see what
Uh,
MJ's got for us.
November 214 whiskey November.
All right, we've got some Southwest action. Oh, is this Maryland one? Yeah, this is Maryland
Yes,
one. This is
you have
Maryland one flying from Baltimore to Jacksonville. And
you
if you've
have
never seen,
to check out the flight history of it today.
all right, that's a very cool shot, even with the barbed wire under it. I like the way the colors popped on this photo.
Because it's been repainted. Because the original, Southwest, if folks had ever noticed, like if you notice the tail now, that is the new style or the new livery.
Oh, it's got the curvy. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
all of their special liveries, the fuselage is a special livery. The tail is still the same as the regular livery. And this plane before, when it had the older tail, the older style tail, the Blue Canyon livery, and it was getting really faded. And then they just recently repainted, which I was surprised they repainted this airplane and didn't put that livery onto an 800 or a Max 8, but
Uh-huh.
they repainted this livery.
All right, so let's see if we can get into the flight history as you had requested. So let's see. Let me see how I can find the. Okay, here we go. Recent flights. Which one are you looking for? Memphis. There we go.
Yeah, because I took a picture of it this morning before it left.
All right. Do you have that picture ready or no?
Not
No.
really. No,
It's
I would
okay.
have to send it
Hey,
to you
maybe if
some
you
kind of
post
way.
it on your maybe if you post it on your Instagram. And what's your Instagram, by the way? Maybe if people can follow you, because he's got
My
some great.
Instagram is MJ Scanlon Photography.
All right, friends, if you want to follow MJ on Instagram, man, cool stuff. So yeah, you saw this morning.
Saw that this morning. Yeah, I got up early just to go catch it, and I almost missed it because they were of how they were launching the airplanes on different runways this morning. But
Oh wow,
I got it, so I got to the right spot.
very cool. All right, um, we're getting on the up to the 12:30 hour. MJ, you good for one more round?
Yeah, we can do another round. It's up to you.
Another 30 minutes. All right,
Sure.
friends, we're gonna open up round two and make it good because this is gonna be it for today. So we're gonna go ahead and open up requests for round number two. All right. In the meantime,
Ooh, don't go so fast. I'm
you
trying
know
to
I
catch
don't
up with you.
I don't do this a lot, but hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and the best way to help others find us. And our channel's growing, which speaking of our channel growing, this I think it's Wednesday or Thursday, we surpassed 2,000 subscribers. So I want to thank everybody for subscribing. And for a little channel like mine, that's a big accomplishment. My goal was always to get to 500 to 1,000 subscribers, and we're at 2,000 now. And I want to give somebody props that really helped me like a lot to get to 2,000. He's not here today. Sal encouraged me to do the streaming every day with the flight tracking and ATC. And he always told me, hey, that's something people like. And that, along with this show, has really helped the channel grow. So, Sal, if you're out there, buddy, thank you so much. Appreciate all your help. And Michael and all of our mods and MJ, just all your help. I really appreciate it. And, just everything you guys do to help me out on this channel. It's awesome. And thank you once again so much. All right, we're still taking round two requests. Round two requests. And I wish I could play some music, but I can't because of copyright stuff. So I got to work on getting that music. So, I mean, I could sing along with you guys if you want, but that's not going to help. But yeah,
Funny
I got
though.
to work on that. I got to work on getting some music in between, when we're taking requests. And maybe I can be like Sal, karaoke carpool or whatever. All right, we getting those requests in, my friend Jim G. I
I'm,
forgot to say
I'm
good morning to you earlier, Jim G. Thank you so much for being here. Val wants me to sing. I've been listening to a lot of '90s country right now. I'm really into Brooks and Dunn.
Brooks and
Um,
Dunn.
their '90s stuff. I, I do not like Boot Scoot Boogie song. If you're into country, I'm not big into that song. I do like my '80s rock and stuff like that. So yeah, it's cool. Debbie, if I could hire Dr. Rock for my birthday next weekend, that would be awesome. They'd rock our faces off. So yeah. So yep. So that would be cool. I've always wanted to have a birthday party where I had like a band just come in and just play some feel good music. Yeah, Full Metal Dragon and Val. Yeah, I love Brooks and Dunn. And they just did a concert in Santa Clara with San Francisco 49er Stadium, which is right by San Jose Airport. Saturday night they did a big concert there, and I would have liked to gone, but big stadium stuff is just not for me. It's not good for me. One day I'm really hoping and praying I can get out and do some of that stuff. As you all know, I just have a little problem with my mobility these days, but you know what? We're going to work on getting better. Sorry. How are we doing with those requests?
Oh, whenever you're ready to start, I think we got them
Okay,
all
I'm
in.
going to give this a last call, and uh, last chance to get your request in. Nancy, '90s country is the best. I saw Brooks and Dunn at a small country bar in Anaheim that I would hang out in the early '90s. Wow, that is awesome. And I'll tell you who else was one of my all-time favorites, which I inherited from my dad, is Hank Williams Jr. When I was a kid, my parents took me to see him 3 times. That was my dad's favorite. Oh my gosh, that dude, Hank Williams Jr. put on, I want to say it. Can I just say it? I don't like to use these words, but he puts on one hell of a show when he was younger. Crazy stuff. I mean, it was rowdy. I mean, dang, I had good memories of my parents taking me to concerts, and that really got music going into me and stuff. So, anyways, all right, enough of the filler stuff. Let's go on to round 2. MJ, who's our first contestant?
Jim G will be
Jim
first up.
G. Hello, Jim G.
Here we go. We got Papa Sierra Tango Oscar Tango.
All right, Jim G always has a cool, interesting stuff for us. Oh, okay. What do we got here? This is Total Express from Brazil, and it is going to Sao
Cool.
Paulo to Manaus. And let's take a look at this plane. I don't believe we've ever seen this plane before. So this is like our third new airline for the show. This is Total. And MJ, you'll notice as I will, this is an older 737-300.
It's a 300 for sure.
300, and it's in freighter service now. It's an SF. Would you know by the 330 designation who this was originally?
Now that I've seen it, yes. But I also looked it up too. Actually, this is originally yeah, that's one thing I hate that Boeing doesn't do anymore is that customer
Designation.
designation. So this was Lufthansa, originally Lufthansa,
Oh, wow.
and man, and then it also flew for Northern Air Cargo, which I need to look see if I took a picture of that. And then it's in Brazil, flying for Total Express. It went there in 22. Yeah, I probably don't have a picture of it.
Wow. So yeah, that's interesting. You see here and there you see some of these older 300s flying cargo. And let's see where it's going once again. Uh, Going from Sao Paulo to Manaus. Manaus. Wow, that's about a 4-hour flight. That's a
Yeah,
that's a good trek for a 300. Yeah, that's very
hauling some freight.
yep. Hauling some freight. All right, Jim G, thank you so much for another first timer. That's what I call another first timer. All right, MJ, who's next?
All right, who we have next is Mariolene,
Mario Lane. All right.
and we have Foxtrot, Oscar, Lima, Romeo, Echo.
All right, Mario Lane. She's got something interesting. Ooh, this is Air Austral.
Who?
Ooh, they're out of
Air Austral.
Reunion. What country's Reunion? I've never
That's
heard
a
of the nation of Reunion.
uh, it's a
In the
French
meantime, we're going to
register.
take a look at the photo. All right, as plain as it may look, that's a
It's a tri-
clean looking livery.
it's a 777, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 777 300 ER.
Oh,
A
ER, nice.
Yeah, it's a 77 W, I believe. Yeah. Uh, yes, 777-39 MER. But yeah, that's a good looking plane. Like I said, simple but very clean looking livery. I really like that livery. And MJ's doing his research on it. In the meantime, let's see where it's flying. So it's going from St. Denis to Paris. Now, if we
Yeah,
go
it's
down here, it looks like it's off the coast of Madagascar. Oh, Reunion's just a little
a little
island,
island there.
little
Yeah.
nation. Wow, I didn't realize that this little island is actually a nation. Wow.
It must have a good sized runway for a
Yeah,
777 ER,
it's on a
300
triple.
ER.
Let's push in on the airports. Looks like it's got a single runway. Yeah, that runway does look like it's pretty long.
Gotta be.
Wow, Roland Garros Airport. Wow, that is cool. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy. I just wanted to see exactly where this plane was going from. And where is it now? It's about a little over an hour outside of Paris. It is
Nice.
over
Nice.
Italy right now. Wow, very cool. Mario Lane, thank you so much.
Good pick. Good pick.
That's a good catch right there. All right, MJ, who's next?
We have Debbie Costa.
Debbie.
She
I call her
has
Debbie Deb, the
Debbie Deb,
artist from the 90s, Debbie Deb.
Debbie Do. Here we
Is
go,
it
Deb.
real
We
quick? Is
have
it Debbie Deb? Hold on. Is it Debbie Deb that did the song "When I Hear Music, It Makes Me Dance"? Do,
you
do,
got me on
do.
that one.
And then Laser Rays. I don't know, just like that 90s dance music. All right, Debbie. Debbie's cool. She lets me call her Debbie Deb. All right, go ahead.
Here, Debbie's pick is Hotel India 1101.
All right, Aerojet. Okay, let's see what she's got for us. Aerojet. Oh, that's very festive. All right, this is Aerojet, and where are they out of?
Wow.
Dominican Republic. Okay, this is a Max 8. Let's take a look at this Max 8.
Built in
Ooh,
Renton.
wow, that is an interest. It's the Dominican Republic flag livery. Whoa, it's very
Yeah, because
festive. I think
I was going to say, because I've seen Aerojet before, but not with that. That's pretty cool. I like that.
that is very cool. Like I said, looks very festive. Looks very fun.
Good pick. Good pick.
I'm not too much a fan of. Well, I do like purple. Our background's purple. That Crispy made for us, but that's a pretty cool looking plane. Now that looks like a rooster or some kind of bird on the back. I'm not sure what their national bird might be, but yeah, Debbie, it's festive.
Could be a rooster or maybe a parrot. I'm not sure.
Yep. And let's see where this plane is currently at right now. I'm holding up on switching tabs here. It's 15 minutes out of no, I'm sorry. Yeah, 15 minutes out of Santo Domingo. So it's getting ready to land. How high are they? They're still at 13,000. So they're on their descent. Yeah. Wow, look at the highway system there. Wow, they got interstates and everything. Dang. Very cool. All right, Debbie Deb, thank you so much. Full Metal Dragon, is that air chicken? I don't know, but I like air fryer chicken wings. All right, MJ, who's next?
Okay, next would be Richard.
Richard. All right.
Has Romeo Alpha 89117.
Okay, Richard. Oh, Nepal Airlines. Okay, this plane may not be in the air, but this is a Sukhoi Superjet. And let's get a better look at it. Let's look at this one. Every time I see one of these Sukhois, I almost get confused for a E-175.
Yeah, it looks like an Embraer.
It has a little bit of resemblance to an E-175. The livery, it's not too bad. Yeah. And what airline is this again? This is Severstal. Severstal. So let's take a look at the flight history. So today we are. Oh man, I can't even pronounce it. So it's a airport in Russia, and it's going to go to another airport in Russia. So I don't think we've ever heard of Severstal Airlines. So we'll make that the fourth new airline today. And yeah, that's very cool, Richard. All right, Richard, thank you so much, my friend. All right, MJ, who's next?
After Richard, we have Etienne
Etienne.
with Oscar Yankee, Golf Kilo, November.
All right, Etienne. Air Greenland. Ooh. All right, this is Air Greenland. We'll get a close up shot. So I've never understood why Air Greenland has an all red plane.
Good
The
point.
polka dots. You, you
Good
think
point.
Air Greenland, you think green, you know. I think I've seen this plane once before, like online or something, somewhere. But yeah, it's always baffled my mind on this plane a little bit. Why it's red? Does anybody know why it's red and not like green? Yeah, Mario Lane calls it the ketchup liner. Yeah, it reminds me of ketchup a lot, or some good marinara for some pasta or something like that. But yeah, I don't understand why it's all red.
Well, probably because the flag's red. The flag is red and white for
Oh,
Greenland.
is it?
Yeah,
There we
red and
go.
white.
I just got a lesson in world history.
Yeah, I
All right,
didn't. I
let's see where
I
this
had to look
plane
it
is
up.
at today. This plane is going from Nook to Copenhagen. Copenhagen is in where? Sweden, I believe.
Copenhagen sounds good.
Sweden.
It's a
Oh,
Scandinavian.
Nuke. Okay, yeah. Now I know where I seen this plane. I think it was Jeb Brooks or one of
Denmark.
the other trip reporters. They landed at
Copenhagen's
they landed at the Greenland airport, and this plane was taxiing, and they were able to get video shots. So that's where I seen this plane. Yeah. So it's about to land in Copenhagen. Wow.
that's the flag Lewis has in the chat. That's the flag.
Okay. GL. Okay, got it. All right. Thank you so much, Mario Lane. I believe, right, Mario Lane.
That was Etienne.
Etienne. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little
All right.
confused here. All right, Etienne, good one. And now let's say hello to Sydney.
Hi,
Welcome,
Sydney.
welcome. It's
Cindy.
okay. We're still going. So glad to have you. All right, MJ, who's next?
Daniel from NYC
All right, Daniel from NY.
has Lima Sierra 1728.
Daniel from NYC. What does he have for? Oh, this is Jet 2 out. Oh, that's diverting. This is Jet 2 out of the UK. It was supposed to go to Manchester, but it's diverting to Antalya. Where's Antalya?
Man, we learning our geography today.
Okay, here we go. We're seeing part of the diversion here. Oh, there's Antalya right here. Okay, so it was supposed to go to Manchester, but it's diverting back to its where it departed from. Wow, I wonder what happened.
Mm,
And this is the number one worldwide tracked plane right now. Almost 7,300 people. Wow, I wonder what happened.
whatever it is,
Whatever it
it
is, I
happened
hope
pretty quick.
everybody's safe.
Yeah.
And yeah, have they landed yet? I'm not sure if they. Yeah, it looks like they've. Yeah, they just landed, and they're taxiing. Okay, well, hopefully everybody's safe and eventually makes it to Manchester later on. All right, Daniel. Hey, that was a good catch. Thank you. All right, who's next?
Full Metal Dragon.
All right, Full Metal Dragon San.
Bravo 1750. China something.
This is China. Oh, China
Ooh.
United Airlines.
China
Oh, I
United
didn't know
Airlines.
they had
Yeah.
China United. This is a city of. It's a special livery.
Lian Yonggang.
I don't want to offend anybody, but
Yeah,
let's
Lian
look at this.
Yonggang.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. I see like flowers, and I see a little. Is that a little pan? What is that up front? Like a little monkey or something, and flowers. And what else do I see? Yeah, that's pretty cool. But I didn't realize China had China United Airlines. Yeah, Debbie, that's wild. Val, it's pretty. Men usually don't use the word pretty. I use the word pretty. And Luis says must have taken forever to. Yeah, I imagine it took time to get that livery painted on there. I mean, they don't just use vinyl wraps like they do on a car. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Let's see where this plane has been at lately. Yeah, it's in Wenzhou. Just landed there this evening. And yeah, that's about it. Wow, that was a good catch. And remind me once again, MJ. Who's recording?
That well, that was Full Metal Dragon.
Full Metal Dragon. I, Friends, I'm so sorry if I at the end don't get your name. Um, I got a lot of buttons to push here, and my memory isn't what it used to be when I was younger. So please, nothing personal or anything. But thank you so much, Full Metal Dragon Son. That's our 5th new airline of the show. Yep, aircraft history's gone on that one. All right. Let's see. All right, MJ, who's next?
Nancy. Next is
Nancy.
Nancy. Nancy has Sierra Papa Lima Victor Lima.
All right, what is Nancy? Oh, Nancy's got lot. Oh, and it departed the same airport as the Jet 2 just went back to on the diversion.
Now, what
All
are
right,
the odds of that?
Nancy's got the lot Itaka livery. And let's get a closer look. Yeah, Itaki.
Cool.
Itaka livery. Now, is this like a person in Poland, maybe like a celebrity or something? But that's pretty cool. You can see the flower there, the necklace, the big hat. I see a beach ball, Itaka there on this Max 8. That's a pretty cool livery. Yeah, Nancy, that's a good one. I like it. I've always kind of liked Lot's branding on their logo, the way it all connects to each other. It's kind of cool. I think LAX gets one Lot flight a day from Warsaw, but obviously this flies within the country or within that region of Europe, so we don't get to see the Max 8s out here for
Oh,
a
it's a
lot.
travel agency.
Oh, it's a travel agency. Okay,
Hmm.
so this plane left
It's a Polish travel agency.
Anatolia, and it'll be in Warsaw in about another hour and 15 minutes. All right, awesome. Thank you, Nancy. Appreciate it.
Very nice.
All
Very
right,
nice.
where are we at? MJ.
Kevin R.
Kevin R.
November 527 Delta November.
All right, Kevin's got some Delta action for us. Oh yes, all right, Kevin, you got us going here. Oh, sorry about that.
Oh
There we
yeah.
go. So this is the Delta Airlines A350 900 with the 100-year livery. I must say though, I am enjoying Delta's 100-year liveries and their LA Olympics liveries. And they also
Yeah,
have
those are
100
good.
years on a 321 Neo, I believe. But I will say Delta is hitting out of the ballpark with their 100-year liveries and the Olympic LA 28. These are really cool liveries. I mean, and I think it was last week or the week before I showed a photo of their latest A350 getting the latest Olympics livery. So yeah, Kevin R. I like that. That's really cool. And where is this plane at? It's headed to Atlanta. Okay, let's see. It's over
Imagine that.
the coast of California. Oh yeah, it's too much to the north. Sometimes we will get stuff that flies south of San Jose, which is where I live, and I'll see them sometimes. So very cool. Kevin R., good find, my friend. All righty, MJ, who's next?
All right, last one uh, is mine,
Okay.
and it is Tango Uniform Alpha 877.
Okay. Ooh, Turkmenistan Airlines. Oh, okay, MJ. All right. You got Turkmenistan Airlines Ilyushin 276 MD. Let's get a look at this. I kind of like the emerald green. It's kind of nice.
Looks pretty cool.
Look at those. The engines are like long, so to speak. And does anybody like right up in here? You know, this little area under the cockpit where it's glass windows. Do you know if anybody?
Um, I don't know, because that was, it was more of a military type airplane, I thought at the beginning. But
It must do freight for Turkmenistan is what I'm thinking.
well, 'cause it says it's in the passenger category, but I don't see many windows. No, I'm
I
thinking
don't see
it's a
many
freighter.
windows
I'm
either.
thinking it's a freighter.
It's a freighter, but down here we go back to the other screen. Yeah, it says it's a passenger
Yeah, it says
out of
passenger.
Turkmenistan, but
The the next picture that they have the head-on shot. If you go to the next picture,
okay, hold on.
that's a pretty cool. Yeah, right there where you just were just there just a second.
There we go. Oh, look at that. That
That's a
is
pretty
awesome.
cool.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine
I
that
don't
coming right at you?
I don't see it. We don't see it though.
What do you Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, friends. There we go.
There we go.
There we go. I apologize. Yeah, look at that. Can you imagine that thing coming right at you? Man, yeah. It'd be
Pretty
cool, but
impressive.
it'd be like, okay. Yeah, that's a really cool. Whoever the photographer was on that, top-notch photo. I really like that.
Great lighting too.
Yep. Hey, Alvinor, we didn't get yours. If you want to throw it in real quick, we'll get it for you. Yeah,
I must have
Alvinor,
missed that, Alvin. Or my bad. Do it again for me, buddy.
no worries. MJ's doing a great job. Why don't you guys give him a thumbs up in the chat or a thank you? He's doing an awesome job. There is Alvinor's right there. I think I could read it from here.
There you go. Uniform Romeo 82007.
All right, Alvinor, Antonov
Hey
120.
again, Lady Cat.
All right, LK, glad you're home. All right, there is nothing on this plane. I'm going to go to Jet Photos itself and see if we can get a photo pulled up of this. So Jet Photos, I was in on the ground floor of this site. Here we go. When it first started, I know it's been under new ownership for quite some time. I was one of the original photo screeners at this
Really?
website back in the early 2000s. But
You
anyways,
who I cussed out.
probably was, and I probably cussed you right back. No, just kidding. Yeah, I was one of the original photo screeners. But here's what Alvin wanted to show us, the AN-124. And I like what it says on the front, be brave. And I think this thing was at LAX a couple days ago, if I'm not
We're not
mistaken.
seeing it.
Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I get to
Oh.
yak in and I forget. There we go, Alvin. There's your plane. Yeah, that's a cool looking plane. But like I said, I like where it says "Be brave" on the front. That is very cool. All righty, and we're gonna do one last one. Thank you, Alvinor. And
I've
I'm gonna
taken that plane's been in Memphis. I've taken a picture of that airplane.
Has it really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is a plane I've been chasing for what, 2 years now? It's going to Vegas, but I want to see if it's going anywhere near me.
N500WR.
Okay, this is the flight log for the next couple days. So, okay, I'm on the right tab. You see Las Vegas, Omaha, St. Louis, Dallas, Chicago, New Orleans. Monday in Oakland, but I can't do Monday, and I'm not going to go to Oakland. Sal wants me to go to Oakland one day, but yeah, I'll go. I told him I'd go, but I'm not going to go by myself. Yeah, so if y'all don't know, this is a Freedom One. I've been chasing to see this thing in person, and when it comes into San Jose, it eludes me. I'm either working or something else is going on. It's late at night or too early in the morning. So that's Freedom One, and yeah, I want to see that plane in person so bad. So, yes, sirree, friends. And that's going to be that for today. Wow, what a fun time.
That was good.
It's a good time. We enjoyed seeing John Gibson's model that he just built. MJ's trip to New York and Seattle, the Aviation Museum, or what's it called? Air Museum?
The Museum of Flight in Seattle, Boeing Field.
Yeah, awesome. Just very, very cool stuff. And let's see what Louis said right here. Louis says, I learned a lot here, like a community masterclass. Thank you for doing this. Shout out to the chat. Have a great weekend. Luis, have a great weekend yourself. Take care, my friend.
Thank you, Val.
And yeah, So I want to once again just remind you all this is coming up next Saturday if you're in the Los Angeles area, the LAX Airline Collectible Show and Sale at the Embassy Suites South, LAX South, and a bunch of buying, selling, airline aviation memorabilia and collectibles. And if you go to the show, there'll be a gentleman at the door, uh, where you could purchase your ticket to get in. That is the one and only alien that comes into our chat, and we've seen some of his videos before. If you go to the show, tell him I sent you. He's been a friend of mine for quite some time now, and we used to go plane spotting together, and a really cool guy. So, all right, well, I think that's going to do it today, my friends. I do want to thank you all for spending time with us. And real quick, Jim G, a member for 6 months. Wow, we've had memberships for 6 months. Jim G, thank you so much for being a member and just your support of the channel. Super appreciate it. Appreciate you. You're always here at the show with a lot of you are always here at the show. We got 39 people watching. If you're not in the chat, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so we're going to take the week off next week. There'll be no show next week because next Sunday is my birthday. And did I tell you all where I'm going for my birthday next Sunday?
Where?
I'll let you guys a couple guesses in the chat real quick where I'm going for my birthday. You'll get a kick out of it. Where do y'all think I'm going for my birthday next Sunday?
To a steak place.
Nope.
Nope.
Speaking of steak, anyways, I'm going to work next Sunday. My boss, they always offer our birthday off as a like a bonus day. We get paid day off for my birthday. So I'm going to take that day next month. I'm going to take that day off. But
defer it.
Yep. But speaking of steaks, MJ, yesterday my mom bought a 13-pound prime rib with the bones, and we're making our own. We're cutting up our own ribeyes, and my mom made me one last night. Oh, it was good. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to hit up a steakhouse because we have plenty of steak here in our house. 13 pounds, and it was not cheap. But I told my I appreciate my mom doing that and kind of changing up my diet a little bit, trying to get some more protein in. But man, you guys know I love my steak, especially ever since MJ went to Bolivia and showed the steaks roasting. Oh my gosh. So anyways, all right, my friends, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you on the 23rd. Thank you everybody for memberships, super chats, whatever it may be. You guys are awesome. And we're going to see you on the 23rd. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See you, everybody.
Sayonara.
Bye-bye.